Hey, this is Prometheus, the only YouTuber out there actually posting full games of the schemes and tips he breaks down. I'm going to be rolling into Draft Champions again. I was able to go ahead and go 6-1 and get myself a Draft Championship on my first series. So let's go ahead and jump into our next draft and see what playbook we actually pull. Alright, so basically I've got the choice of the following playbooks. Now, the Dolphins playbook, I didn't want to go ahead and use that. I just recently used that. Mike McCoy, actually, it's the Chargers playbook. It was actually somewhat of an intriguing playbook, and I was tempted to go with it. But the playbook that really caught my attention the most was Todd Bowles, which is going to be the head coach for the Jets. The Jets got some pretty cool, unique little plays in it, and it also gives me one formation I really can go ahead and settle into and know I've got some comfortability with it, where I can get some first downs and cause some problems with my opponent. And also a very popular formation that is used by a lot of top Madden players. So I'm going to break down a couple different schemes in that, in particular for you guys to take a look at. So let's go ahead and draft. Here's my concentration before I go in the draft. I want to try to get myself at least 2 wide receivers and 2 tight ends, or 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end. I'm not really going to be too much focused on getting a running back, primarily because I'm not going to use my running back too much outside of just running the ball. This is going to be more of a pass-focused type of offense. On defense, I need linebackers. It's a 3-4 defense, so outside linebackers that are premium with good block shed will be someone I can actually go ahead and take. Speed in the middle too is going to be very important to me, and then obviously defensive backs. You never go wrong with defensive backs. So that's going to be my draft order. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends if possible, maybe a running back, but it's not extremely important. And then finally, what the defense: linebackers, 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 and defensive backs, defensive backs, and defensive backs. Alright, so basically start off with some pretty good players right from the very beginning. Marvin Harrison, 89 speed, 91 overall. I got Champ Bailey. I'm tempted to take a defensive player right here, but also I can get myself a stud player with this team right here. Speed difference between Jeremy Shockey and Marvin Harrison is pretty significant. Marvin Harrison's got 94 catch. He's got 88 catch. I'm tempted to go with this guy, but let's go ahead and take a peek at our tight ends real quick and see what we have for our tight ends. So he's slow, and he's got okay catch. He's slow. He's not that good. So I'm going to go with the tight end. I don't know what you guys would do. Champ Bailey's very tempting, but we're going to go with Jeremy Shockey on this first pick. Alright, so now I've got a nice fast defensive back in Tremont Williams. I've got Quentin Depps, who's actually very fast. Let's see, man coverage 76. This man coverage 88, zone coverage 85. So he's got zone coverage 88. So these guys are very comparable. Running back, let's see who I've got for my base running backs. I got Crowell, or actually Blue, who's 84 speed, so not much of a different speed. And then the trucking is not much different. I've got actually 2 pretty good running backs as far as speed. There's not an upgrade with Gore, so I'm going to go ahead and decide between one of these, either defensive backs here or a corner. The couple times that I've drafted, I've always ran into situations where I didn't get enough corners, so we're going to go with corners here. That's going to be my ideal situation right now, is go ahead and take a corner. Alright, so third round of the draft, I got another corner fell to me. I've got Devin McCourty. I'm going to go ahead and try to stay away from defensive tackles, but I'm going to go ahead and shore up my defensive backfield with my corners, so I've got some, I can always move corners around in safety positions fairly easily. Alright, so let's take a look. I got a quarterback, Jameis Winston, and my base quarterback is, let's see here, Case Keenum. And if you take a look, the awareness is not much of a difference. The throw power is a lot better. McKinnon's doesn't have very good throw power, and neither does Josh McCown. So that means I'm not going to be stretching the ball out with my base players. Middle linebacker, 84 speed. This is probably the guy I'm going to take. I don't want an offensive lineman. I'm going to go ahead and take Javon Smith. He's going to give me some speed up the middle. It's not a huge difference in what I've got. Let's see here. He's 81. 81. These linebackers are actually not that bad as far as speed on the inside. And I'm not going to go ahead and take a quarterback right here. I'm going to go ahead and shore up my defense. Unless a quarterback comes to me an 80 rating, I'm not going to do that. So let's go ahead and take Smith as one of my linebackers. All right, so got another position right here that I can fill. I got another quarterback position in Eli Manning. Awareness, throwing accuracy, so he's a little bit better. It's tempting to take him, but you know what? You can never go wrong with safety positions, especially if you can get a good player. He's got zone 72. So let's just go ahead and shore up our defensive backfield right now with a strong safety. All right, got another strong safety. You've got a free safety right here. This is the better of the two. So now my backfield, my defensive backfield is completely stacked. I need to go ahead and stay away from defensive backs. I need to go with linebackers going forward with defense. Another safety fell to me. I've got another free safety. Not really going to be running a lot of, let's see here, unless these guys are speeds lights out are not good. This is something I didn't want to do. I didn't want to take a defensive end, but I'm going to have to take it in this type of situation because I've got my defensive backfield set. Alright, so let's take a look here. Once again, I'm getting screwed right now. Another free safety fell to me. This guy's a stud. But I'm going to go ahead and take Casey right here off the edge and go ahead and put him on my line. So this is not shaking out the way I wanted. I want more speed. I want some linebacker positions. And look at this. I just keep getting freaking defensive people falling to me. So we're going to go ahead and take the tackle in this type of situation because my corners are all backed up. Now here's my first wide receiver. I've got a guard. I got to take a wide receiver here. Somebody that can catch for me. So Allen Hurns has got to fall to me right now. And let's see here, another wide receiver. I got Jermaine Kearse. I've got a tight end. I've got a center. We're going to go with Kearse to go ahead and shore up my wide receiving core. These guys aren't stellar, but I got to go ahead and take it. Okay, Allen Robinson fell to me. This guy is just another good wide receiver. I don't need another defensive end, but actually, you know what? I can take this defensive end and put him at a linebacker position and give me some speed off the edge. So don't generally want to do this. This guy's actually very good. It's a shame that I didn't get a chance to take him, but I'm going to go ahead and take Everson Griffin. Is going to be my edge rusher. I'm going to put at the end position. All right, so got another quarterback that fell to me. Actually, a very good quarterback. I got a halfback, Thomas Rawls. He's got very good speed. It's tempting to take either one of these two guys right here, but I think I'm going to go with the halfback because he's got very good speed, and that should allow me to go ahead and run to the outside with the stretch plays. And I need some kind of a tight end to fall to me. It doesn't look like it's going to be the case. I got Laura Malloy. I've got this Woodard, and then I got T.Y. Hilton, which is extremely tempting to go ahead and take from my offense. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. I don't have another linebacker position I can go ahead and put in there, so this is actually, we don't have to go defense right here, and hopefully I don't pay for this last selection. All right, so I've got a QB, I've got a defensive back, and I've got basically another linebacker with really good speed. Tempting to take him, but I think I need to go ahead and shore up. I don't have really that great of a quarterback position, so I'm probably going to take Jimmy Garoppolo as my base player right here and just go from there. So I'm just going to go ahead and select this guy, and then that's going to be my team. So how do you guys feel about my team? How it ranks? How does it compare? 79, 79, 88. We'll go ahead and jump into the roster and play around with it and see if we can get this thing to work out pretty well. All right, so if we take a look at my offense, basically I've got just a base line, so it's going to be very critical that I get rid of the ball as quickly as possible. I'm not going to have great run blocking, so it's going to be critical that I don't hold on to the ball very quick. Shockey is my tight end. My next backup is really not much better, so I probably want to go ahead and take this Mahama Wana and put him in at the 2 spot just because they're basically equal players, but this guy's got a little bit faster speed and just a better catch. As far as my wide receivers, I've got Allen Hurns, not very fast, and I've also got Curse, who's not very fast. They're not going to be very big burners, but that's all right. I don't really throw a lot of lobs. I throw underneath and all that kind of stuff. And then Rawls is going to be my running back that I'm going to go ahead and use as my base running back, and I got Garofalo as my quarterback, who's got fairly good throw accuracy, very short, medium, and the deep accuracy is pretty good. He's got a stronger arm than I had with my base player. So Johnson is my base fullback. Doesn't have very good hands. But if you take a look at the speed of Blue, I'm probably going to go ahead and throw him in certain situations when I jump into the pistol strong slot. So this is basically my offense. On defense, I went ahead and shuffled my team around. My defensive backfield was already set with my safeties. I've got fairly fast safeties. They're actually not that bad as far as their speeds are concerned. And then I've also got my corners are backed up. Casey on the defensive line. I also drafted this Marks guy, and then Williams. So this is going to give me some good block shed off the edge. And then I took Woodyard, and I actually put him on the outside. I've got Griffin on the other outside. These guys have got monster block shed, so that's going to make it hard for these guys to run up the middle. And the only guy that I'm going to be hiding that's basically going to be someone that I have to worry about besides him and Peters is Connor, but he's going to just be a defender. I'll probably use her a lot in the 3-4 play situation. So guys, I hope you enjoy this. We'll go ahead and jump into the gameplay. I'm going to release my Jets playbook, and I'm also going to release I'm going to release the offense and defense, so you guys can see some of the adjustments I do. So to my subscribers, I appreciate support. Until next time.